Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need read for this full moon to new moon, December into January 2022? We are almost there. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle production since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, now on Patreon, having a field day over there. You might want to check it out. Posting a lot of exclusive content there. The Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my crab cakes. Let's get down to it. If you are new to the channel, a 7-card draw is 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon, full to new, December, January. Let's take a look at the astrology. Full moon in Gemini, Saturday, December 18th, 11:36 p.m. Eastern. I am in New York. And then, of course, the waning moon to new moon in Capricorn, Sunday, January 2nd, 1:33 p.m. So it's letting go, releasing, forgiving, alchemizing, shadow work, hence shadow read. I think you get the idea. The first 3 decks are going to be about chakras, and then we go into divination land. We go into oracle land, well, and a healing mantra deck, you'll see. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about the situation we're about to look at, or maybe another one, because we all have more than one thing going on. Yeah. I guess that's about it, other than to say all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. Lots of cool links down there. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can from the divine through my intuitive skills and these pieces of cardboard to serve my beloved crab cakes. Please take a nice deep breath. And let's do this. As I call upon the collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension above, 8th chakra and above, and the spirit animals and totems for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. I feel that. What's the dominant 8th chakra archetype? Hovering over their head, setting the stage, the electromagnetics, and showing us the foundation of the shadow work. This full to new, December, January, the companion archetype, one of the healing family of archetypes, 9 different families. The healing is one of them, your soul powers of healing. The shadow, betrayal by revealing confidences. You think? Loss of personal identity. And we often see the companion as the sidekick, the toady, the stoolie, right? You know, the hey, right, Butch, you tell him, right? That kind of deal. Who are they without the other person? The light attribute, though, loyalty, tenacity, and selflessness. Now, I have a nice touch of the companion archetype. I do tend to companion well with people, though I am such a fucking free spirit, right? So who are you a companion to? Usually this is a one-on-one thing, but you can have many different companions, right? So what's that about? Let's look at the heart, throat, third eye, crown, right? Next 4 chakras down, working our way from the 8th chakra down into the root. This is the internal world, the feminine energy, the internal, the yin dynamic, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, feminist deck, makes sense. Both feet on the floor, Mark. Please take a nice deep breath. My Virgo legs just want to cross. Here we go. Oh, as I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer and powers of the West, please. 1 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, please. What's going on? Heart, third eye, crown for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading with the companion archetype in the 8th chakra. How's that affecting heart, throat, third eye, crown? And we have got the Aries card, Calafia, the Maiden of Flames. That would be the King of Wands in traditional tarot. Now, when it's heart, third eye, crown, and it's a court card, it has to do with an internal dynamic. Yes, it may be triggered by somebody on the outside, but that's the next deck we're going to work with. Calafia, essentially an Amazon queen of indigenous California, right? So that leadership, that Amazon, if you look at the card, I mean, it's like Themyscira West, I guess you could say. Very much about creative fire, about wanting to initiate, to start, very throat chakra element of fire there, a creative choice or a decision, as well as first house dynamic of Aries, the self, the personality, the ego. This could be about really getting clear about who you are, what's going on inside of you, what it is you want, what it is you want to create in some kind of companionship dynamic. Let's see what this looks like. Lower three chakras. From the outside looking in, from the inside looking out. Oftentimes it's both of those things. But the lower three chakras, root chakras, are tribal dynamics, right? Tribal relationships, groups, all the different groups you belong to, your family, your friends, your industry, all that. Nationality. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships, which really, I think, would be indicated here. Think the navel, like the umbilical cord to another person. And the solar plexus, your relationship to yourself. And this is very much a Cancerian area right in here, right? Your honor code, your self-esteem, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Please take a nice deep breath. There's something very relaxing about this, though, and that's not just me. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Cancer and powers of the West. What's going on in the lower three chakras here for the Cancerian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Companion in the 8th, Aries on the inner. What's on the outer here for them? This full to new. Three of Wands. Okay, now I know that as a loyalty card. Certainly there can be a waiting, a decision from the Two of Wands has been made, and now you've begun the journey, or at least you're waiting, right? There's a king offering a crown here to Jason of Jason and the Argonauts as part of the quest for the Golden Fleece. So he's about to embark on that journey. But here we see kind of threes are, pardon me, went down the wrong pipe there. The Three of Wands there, threes in general in the tarot are about an initial foundation. So maybe in a partnership there is some loyalty here. There is maybe some waiting here. While you deal with you on the inside, I will say, double whammy in terms of element of fire, because those are the only two tarot decks we're using. So that's interesting, considering you're a water sign. So, you know, check your other signs. And certainly if you have Aries placement, particularly an Aries moon, I would keep an eye on that. You just might want to keep an eye on that. Let's do the Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. Get you a healing mantra here to help you with the shadow work in and of itself. Please take a nice deep breath. We might as well talk about soul contracts as I call upon the Ascended Masters of Soul Contracts, whether this is twin flame, soulmate, whoever, whatever. My beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra for the Cancerian collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Companion in the 8th chakra, Aries on the inner, Three of Wands on the outer, this full to new. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. And I think that's what this is. If this isn't, it's a shadow read, right? This is the tricky shit. Your nervous system might be inflamed, right? You might be overloaded. You might be overwrought. You might be really waiting for something to come in. And if you are in that phase of waiting and it is bringing up sadness. Now, by the way, if you're an empath, you're a Cancerian something, so chances are you're feeling other people's energies, emotions, whatever's in your own energy field and cell tissue. So just giving that time to integrate and process through rest is a good idea. Certainly Cancerians can be emotional amplifiers, creative water, cardinal water, right? They can really amplify a signal that way. My mother is a Cancerian, I'm well aware. Can't wait to see her driving up in my God, is it a week from Wednesday? I'm driving up there. Dispelling sadness. I will feel better once I get the rest I need. When sadness dissolves, you're able to acknowledge upheavals of emotion as profound healings taking place, which they are. You gotta feel it to heal it. Yeah, keep trying to push it down anybody on planet Earth, let alone a Cancerian. As a result, you are inspired to give your body the rest and rejuvenation it needs, rather than to push yourself into states of imbalance. If you're waiting for something to come in involving a companion, now a companion could be a friend, a companion could be anybody. I mean, my cats are my fur babies. They're my sons. I don't call them pets, but they're sort of companions in that way, I suppose. I mean, we live together. We're all cohabitating, and we keep each other going, right? So that could be in a very healthy way. I'm very unselfish when it comes to my boys, right? Unselfishness. So I guess that there is a companion vibe there. But if there is a loss of identity here, right? If there is something wonky going on, if there's a question of loyalty here, give that loyalty to yourself in terms of rest and relaxation. As you dissolve sadness, you become aware of the vital role downtime plays in helping you recharge your energy field. Hello, everybody needs that. This mantra is ideal for dealing with depression, fighting against time, and learning how to relax. Yeah, it feels that. I mean, self-care means so much, especially since the pandemic, right? Like, we've had to up our game, not just helping others, but keeping ourselves from burning out. If you're a healer, this is a healing family archetype. You might be a little burned out. And then it's hard to decipher, and I don't think ultimately it's possible when you're that kind of exhausted, to pick, well, what is it I'm actually sad about? It can be a fog of all sorts of different things. And remember, other people's energies that they are not processing, you might be picking up on. Hey, I didn't write that rule. I wouldn't write that rule. But what do you want? Unity. Unity consciousness. Speaking of which, let's ask the higher selves of all involved. This feels very soul contract oriented, even if it's not one person in particular. This might be, you just being a companion and you learning how to heal you, no matter who the other companion might be. All right, please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. One more. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love from the Whispers of Love Oracle? For the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, companion archetype in the 8th chakra, Aries, heart, third eye, crown, 3 of wands, root, sacrum, solar plexus, dispelling sadness, because they will feel better once they get the rest they need. What's the piece of information, inspiration, insight they most need to help with this shadow work, this full to new? The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love, even if that means giving yourself the love that only you can give you. It's not being negatively selfish if the intention is to heal. Hey, look, it's a learning curve for all of us. We're all learning how to take care of ourselves in brand new ways, right? I mean, just dealing with social media, right? Like how you filter all of that stuff brings in a lot of sometimes unnecessary inflammation and stress. But like an immune system, you have an energetic immune system that filters that stuff out, processes it on outer levels of the energy field, think like crab shells, right? Like different layers of crab shells. So, of course, just like your physical immune system, you want your energetic immune system to have time to rest, right? And of course, eat right, drink water, all the stuff you're supposed to do, right? Eat right, exercise, do yoga, breath work. I do the best that I can, right? We're all doing the best that we can, and it's a learning curve. Well, that's why it's practice, not perfect. Let's see who the spirit animal and or totem who's helping you with this shadow work. Who walks with you? Breathe. I love this deck because I love tuning to this particular pantheon of the divine. So I call to the spirit animals and totems for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. Who walks with them? Who flies with them? Who crawls with them? Who swims with them? What is the divine animals oracle? The message you have for this Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, the companion archetype in the 8th, Aries on the inner, 3 of Wands on the outer, dispelling sadness, getting that the only thing that is real is love, that whatever's going on, shift their focus back to love. Who's helping them with that? This shadow work, this full to new. The links. Murder on the links. I've been overdoing Agatha Christie Poirot lately. The links. L-Y-N-X. The links. Yes, my link. Oh, card number 2. It's early on in the deck. Secrets. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The companion. Wait, what was that bottom part again? Betrayal by misusing confidences. Loss of personal identity. All right, here we go. We might have found what this might be about. Now, there's a lot in this book. I'm just going to read the verbal thumbnail and then the magic section in here, which is about a paragraph. Please take a nice deep breath. Card number 2, the links. Secrets. Your word is your bond. Do not gossip or entertain gossip. All may not be as it seems. Be shrewd about who you share your confidential information with. Gee, we just have a double whammy there with the archetype card, obviously. Be shrewd about who you share your confidential information with. A little mystery can be a good thing. But keeping secrets that are detrimental to others may not be. There is some news worth sharing, but be discerning. The magic. My legs just automatically crossed under the table. The magic. Links magic can be utilized when you need to keep a secret or stop gossip. Lobelia helps too, I hear. Lobelia, it is the perfect magic to weave when you are making a vow to yourself or another, a magic that is wild in its nature, but focused in its intent. Ensure you are clear with your intentions up front. Look, this is why I do divination. You look for patterns. In a companion relationship, there can be hidden stuff going on, right? People not completely telling codependence in general, right? Just because it's a companion doesn't mean there can't be the wounds of codependence there, right? So people lie because they don't want to upset you, but that's not really what's going on, right? It's like, that's what they think, that's what they believe, but only you have to feel good about your choices. Right, which is a Matt Kahn healing mantra, unraveling codependence. Only I have to feel good about my choices. So in terms of secrets, I mean, certainly take that idea of your word being your bond to really, really be honest and clear, particularly with that Aries card on the inner. And if that 3 of Wands really does speak of, let's say, a foundation of loyalty, right? A foundation of friendship, a foundation of companionship. They're awaiting to see what happens, perhaps. But if there is sadness involved as a result of gossip, and that, that can play itself out. It might not be about you. It might be about the other person. You don't know. I don't know, at least in a general read, only you do. But certainly there may be a need for a conversation here. And that's why we have the last card down. The last card down, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower. Blessed Be, they are called, by Lucy Cavendish, who has the coolest name considering what she does for a living here. the hidden blessing in all of this that you usually see towards the end or sometimes after the shadow work is done. Please take a nice deep breath. As once again I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the hidden blessing here? The gold at the end of the alchemy available for them. If they alchemize this companion archetype into loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness with that self-care, that higher selfishness, perhaps that Aries energy, heart, third eye crown going on for them with the 3 wands on the outer. It's an awful lot of fire for a water sign there. About loyalty, about waiting, about a stable foundation of fire, but one that needs to be built upon, dispelling sadness. They'll feel better once they get the rest that they need, because the only thing that's real is love, and they need to shift their focus from the problem back to love, because there are secrets in play here. And yes, there are confidences which are healthy here with the companion, but if there is information being withheld, or if there is gossip going on here, this could certainly be a big bummer, a big turd in the holiday punch bowl for a companionship situation. So please, what is the hidden blessing for my crab cakes this full to new December, January? A blessing to shield and safeguard you. Oh boy. Oh boy, that was almost a cackle. Card number 45. Now look at her. Look at her. She's like Raven from Titans with armor and a sword. Work. Very Morrigan. Oh, that probably is a version of the Morrigan, probably the maiden phase. I used to know their Celtic names way back when. The things you remember, it's alright when they're in your energy field all day long anyway. It's sort of a moot point. A blessing to shield and safeguard you. Breathe. We're going to do this for real. Do it through me, pantheons. A blessing to shield and safeguard you. A traditional protective blessing from the Carmita Gedelic, a collection of traditional Celtic blessings to entwine the forces of the ancient guardians with the needs of your day, bringing back to life the sacred ways so that your day returns to magic and takes on the shape of the divine. I've never read this one before. I would have remembered this. How long is this? It's literally the whole thing is the blessing. That's as much commentary as she gives. Let's do this. Shield and safeguard us, valiant Nuada of the White Sword, who subdued the fear-bulg of blood for the love of the tribe, for pains of Danu's children. Hold thy shield over us, protect us all. Hold thy shield over us, protect us all, Danu beloved, mother of the shining ones. Shield, O shield us, lady of nobleness, and Bridget the beauteous, shepherdess of the flocks. Safeguard thou our animals, encircle us together. Safeguard thou our animals, encircle us together. And Ellen, beneficent, benign, governess of the trackways of power, invoke the star of power upon the path. Guide well thou ourselves, shield our procession. Guide well thou ourselves, shield our procession. O Mother, O Maiden, O Crone of Wisdom, be the triad with us day and night. On the Mecher plain or on the mountain ridge, be the triad with us and cloak around us. Be the triad with us and her cloak around us. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Wow. Wow. Family issue maybe? Oh my goodness gracious. A blessing to shield and safeguard you in a companion relationship. Make sure you're taking care of you here in terms of your loyalties, what you're waiting for. And as you're feeling a little off, a little sad, you'll feel better once you get the rest that you need, because love is the only thing that's real here. The only thing that's real is love. Just shift to that, but start with yourself. Start giving yourself the love that you need in this situation, right? Because there are secrets here, but there are also vows. There are also promises. And there are also confidences here that hopefully are being dealt with in loyalty. But regardless, you are shielded. There is a hidden blessing here that you will see, that you are blessed and shielded and safeguarded from harm through this in a lot of ways you may not know at this time. So seriously, wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this. This does not shock me, by the way. It's a shadow read, number one. Number two, look what's going on planet Earth right now, right? So much going on in terms of loyalty and honesty and honor, right? Are you a villain or are you a hero, right? Where are you on that spectrum, lead to gold? So good luck with this, and if you feel like commenting, please do. Want more of me? Subscribe. And certainly if you want to come play on Patreon, come Patreon on Patreon. Join the circle on Patreon. Otherwise, seriously, wishing you all the very best and the very blessed of this new moon to full moon, December into January 2022. Happy New Year and all of that. Happy holidays. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.